Like, look at that difference though. Look at the difference, seriously. Hello Curlies, it's Mary and welcome back to the Curly Closet. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, then welcome. And if you're returning to my channel, then welcome back. This is going to be another Fenty review. This time it's going to be a review of the new Pro Filt'R Concealer and also the new Pro Filt'R Translucent Setting Powder. So I'm coming to you guys today with no makeup on, just starting off with a fresh, clean face. I've already applied my moisturizer and I'm going to be testing out on camera and showing you a wear test as well. So if you'd like to see how my results turn out, then stay tuned for the rest of the video. By the way, if you enjoy my content, please hit the red subscribe button below, and you can also hit the bell for notifications just so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Let's get on with it. So pretty much if you've been watching YouTube this whole weekend since the 11th when these new products from Fenty launched, you know everyone and their mum has been reviewing these new products. So of course I had to review them as well. If you don't know, Fenty is essentially my favourite makeup brand. I don't love every single product of theirs, but pretty much most of them I'm a fan. I'm a stan. So I went out to Harvey Nichols and I got the new Pro Filt'R Concealer. I got it in colour 360, and I also got some of the setting powder in the shade Honey. So to start off with the Fenty Pro Filt'R Concealer, it comes in this little bottle, which is basically a replica of the foundation bottle. I think it's very cute, and of course it goes with the theme of all of the packaging. So to start off with, let me explain a little bit about the foundation. If you didn't know, the foundation is now in 50 different shades instead of 40 because they've added 10 more shades into the shade range, which is amazing. I am in between a 390 and a 370. In the summertime I'm closer to 390, but as it's gotten cooler in the UK and I have gotten lighter, I am closer to the 370 colour. Currently I mix both of these. These colours are relevant to the shade of the concealer that I bought, because if you are a 390, then you're supposed to buy the 390 concealer for just a very natural under eye concealer look, or yeah, blemish covering look. If you're a 370, then you would buy 370. Obviously, because I'm in between both colours, I could have gone with either 390 or 370, but since it's winter and I'm closer to this colour, I figured I might try 370, possibly a little bit lighter. Now, as you can see on camera, my lighting is slightly accentuating it, but I do have some under eye circles. It doesn't look as bad on this side, but that's because I have a light here that's brightening me up a bit more on this side. So I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more brightening under the eyes, but not too bright. So that's the reason why I went for the colour 360. The full name is the Pro Filt'R Instant Retouch Concealer, and it's supposed to have instant photo soft coverage for all, long wear, light as air, crease proof. Now I'm not completely sure about the crease proof, just because I have a crease under my eye, and like I have natural creases under my eye which tend to like gather concealer, hence why we have a bit of a love-hate relationship. Now 360 is not a warm undertone, it's actually a neutral, more of a neutral undertone. So I've been testing it out though. I tested it out yesterday and it seemed okay, so we're gonna go with it today and see what happens. So I'm just gonna do the basics of my face and then we're gonna go in with the concealer and see how it goes. So my lighting is making me look slightly masky right now. It's so weird, like in real life I look normal, but here I look a bit, but that's also because I have nothing on my lips, like nothing on my eyes, so it looks strange. But once I've done my brows and sorted everything else, it's gonna come together, just trust me, it's gonna come together. Okay, so brows are done. I am not really going for like a really full-on glam makeup look today. It's just going to be a very basic but lovely Fenty face. So now this is the point at which in my whole putting on my makeup that I would usually apply concealer. Concealer and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship. You know, like sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. you know. This concealer for me, I have to essentially set it straight away once I put it under my eyes, but you do not need a lot of it. So I'm just going to get a damp sponge and then I'm going to get going with this. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see a little bit better what's going on. I'm using a very small sponge here from Real Techniques. It's damp and I am going to start. Now I do actually like the applicator that's on this concealer. It takes up a good amount of product. It just makes it very easy to apply, which is nice. I'm actually going to do one eye first and set it and then do the other eye, because otherwise it doesn't work so well. I literally just put a tiny touch of this. You can pretty much see immediately the difference between the two eyes. I'm wondering if I should put a little bit more though. I am going to put the tiniest bit more, but not too much. A tiny bit. I'm hoping that's not too much. Because with me and concealer, essentially less is more. Ooh, that's brightening. I like it though. And I don't mind smoothing a little bit under my eye here, like, and into the corner, because it has a really good brightening effect. Like, okay, I was thinking of maybe, like, the thing is sometimes when you have dark circles like me, you can color correct under the eye. But as you can basically see, I don't think any color correction is necessary. I mean, look. And I'm very quickly going into my setting powder right here. I'm going to use the same section of the sponge. I've dipped it in one time only, and I am going in with my powder, and I'm just working it into my skin. I'm going to put a tiny touch on my eyelid, but not too much. And I haven't even tried to brush this away, because I noticed for me with concealer, whenever I try to brush it away, it actually all goes wrong. So I just take a small amount and then just press it into my skin. Now, just to talk a little bit more about the powder. So this is the Pro Filt'R Instant Retouch Setting Powder. It provides light as air setting. It has a photo soft finish for all. And this particular colour, Honey, is supposed to have a little bit more of a brightening effect, in that it comes with an extra insert as well. Sorry, the look of me like without any Vaseline on my lips right now is annoying me, but I'm not ready to put my lipstick on. I'm just taking some Vacray. Ah, that's better. Now, first impressions, I'm gonna say I do love the concealer, but I feel like this powder with the concealer is just a fabulous combination. Initially, I was actually gonna go for the 370, and she tried 360 on me, and I couldn't tell much of a difference. But when she added this powder on top, something about the 360 and this powder together just made my under eyes pop. Like, you can see the difference right now. I actually like it. And this is from me, who more times than not doesn't really wear concealer like that. I'm actually loving this so far. So far, As for the brightening claim, I can say that that's a definite yes, it does. I know it is translucent powder, so it's not meant to have too much color to it, but it does brighten, it really does. So now for eye number 2. I think last time I did about 5, so that much. And I'm going to try to look up and do this because it works. My concealer always works better for me like this if I look up. If I look down, I feel like it accentuates my creases, so it seems to be working better for me this way. Okay. Mate, this does blend really nicely. I'm gonna put a little bit more again. I think I just put 2 last time. I do want to give a little bit more into the corner. I work that powder in here. Okay, so that's me done. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put a side by side so you can see how my face looked with the foundation but without the concealer, and then you can see how it looks now with the concealer and powder, just so you can see a comparison of the way it looks. This has definitely brightened my skin up under my eyes. Of course I have to apply the rest of my face and all of that, but this is my very basic face so far. It has had a massive brightening effect. Unbelievably happy with this. Like, I purposely switched off one of my lights so you can see how it looks with only one light, one umbrella light. This is how it looks. Now it does look quite matte. My skin tends to get a little bit more oily through the day, so once I've done the rest of my face and I spray it, a little bit more moisture comes back in, and then over the course of the day it gets a little bit more oily and looks a little bit more just normal, like fresh skin, as opposed to like really matte. So just to let you know, yes, this powder is quite matte, it really is. So I'm going to do the rest of my face and then I'm going to come back and let you see how it looks just in full with the whole face done. Okay loves, so this is my full Fenty face done. I've just pulled my hair up into a very loose high puff because I don't feel like doing a really tight puff today. I used some of the powder to dust around my entire face as well as a little bit more under my eyes, because just in general this is what I do. So I'm going to be wearing this for a couple of hours. I'm going to come back a bit later and let you see how it looks. So see you later. Okay, so it is literally 11 p.m, just gone 11 p.m. So 4.5 hours of wear. Okay, so far I think we're still looking quite nice, quite together, very good. You can see like my oily areas are starting to kind of give a bit more shine, but I actually don't mind when it starts to look like this because I feel like it just makes me look a little bit more natural. Overall, I would say it looks very good, but I do see a little bit of creasing. So from here you can see there is a little bit of creasing where I have my natural under eye creases, but overall the area still looks pretty decent. So first of all, the concealer. Number one, I really love how it goes on. I love how it applies. I love the fact that you don't need to use a whole ton to get an impact or an effect. Like, it had an immediate brightening effect under my eyes, which I am very happy about. It works very well, and especially in combination with the Pro Filt'R powder. And you don't need a lot, so this is going to last you a good amount of time. I feel like it applies easily, and applied with a sponge it basically spreads really nicely. It is very creamy. It feels comfortable as well. The only thing I would say is that, yeah, I feel like it's something that you would need to set immediately, at least on my skin anyway. I have combination skin, so yeah, and my under eyes, I feel like whenever I use concealer I do need to set it pretty much straight away. So that is something that I would do just to make sure that it looks decent and holds up. I don't really have anything bad to say about this, to be honest. I actually really do love it, and I will be trying it out some more, testing out some more. As I said, I'm not the most experienced person with concealer, but my experience so far with this has been very, very good. Now for the Pro Filt'R setting powder. Dare I say, I might actually like this a little bit more than even the concealer. I feel like the concealer definitely does brighten, but I feel like in conjunction with the honey powder, this claims to brighten, and it definitely does the job, especially when paired with the concealer. It works beautifully, and it has just this really beautiful radiance to it that I love. I love the fact that it's very finely milled as well, so it goes on very easily as well. I also feel like because of the colour of this, I feel like it kind of does help to give more of a warm tone. So yeah, I mean, I actually do love this, and it fits so nice into your hand as well. It's like, oh. There's something else about this I really love as well. So how I've been kind of using it is I've taken the plastic off inside, and then when I want to use some, I've turned it upside down, just shook it a bit, and then I open the top, well, open it, and then there's a bit of powder inside the top. I hope you can see that. Of course there's powder in here, but in the actual cover it kind of sticks to the cover, which I kind of like. It's easy to remove, but enough of it sticks on here that if you only want to use a small amount, you really don't need to overuse it. So you don't necessarily need to dip your sponge in here. You can actually just dip it here just to use a little bit. A little does go a long way, so it seems like this is also going to be a long-lasting product. I also like the fact that for my skin tone, it can be used under the eyes, but it can also just generally be used as a setting powder all over the face. I really like the finish that it's given to my face, and also over time as my natural oils from my skin start coming through, I feel like it looks more and more natural and more kind of lived in but glowy, which I personally really, really love. So yeah, I love it. Now my under eyes I think are a little bit problematic in that I do have pretty much a big crease under my eye, so it's very difficult for concealer and similar products not to crease under my eyes at all. I did get a little bit of creasing, but it was not a drastic amount. So I'm not sure about saying that it's crease proof, at least not under my eyes personally. But what I would like to do is for this, I would like to try it maybe with being a little bit more heavy-handed with the powder, just to see how it would work and if it would kind of prevent further creasing. But what I would say though is in general, it doesn't appear to have any drastic creasing to it. So I like them. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a very big thumbs up below. Also share it with a friend who is also a Fenty stan like me. So Curlies, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so much. I am trying my best to expand more of my beauty content on this channel in 2019, whilst also making sure that I give you guys really good natural hair content. So give me some feedback below and let me know what you think. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Wishing you health, happiness and beautiful hair. I'll see you again soon on the Curly Closet. Take care. Bye.
Ryan Little.